Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another Rangers Review transfer special on transfer deadline day. It now looks like Rangers are making another signing, and thankfully for that, because they certainly need new faces in the door. The Feyenoord defender. Now, I've got Johan Brinkel on, our favourite Feyenoord podcaster from the Kian Gilliol podcast. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to butcher this guy's name, Johan, so you can certainly correct me. Neraysho Kasanwirjo. Is that how you pronounce it, the boy's name?
Well, it's a name from Suriname, so I'm not pretty sure. I'm not very sure that how his name is pronounced correctly. But in Holland we say Neraysho Kasanwirjo. So I think that was pretty good what you said.
So this player certainly looks like he's on his way to Ibrox. Now he's been with you guys since January 2023. You guys signed him from Groningen, but spent last season on loan at Rapid Vienna. Just 22 years of age. He looks pretty versatile at the back. Can you give us an idea, Johan, of what sort of player he is? What can the Rangers fans expect?
I was very thanks for the invitation to talk about Kasanwirjo.
No, thanks for coming on. It's just short notice as well. I forgot to introduce you there, so it's great to have you back on.
No, the honest answer is he has almost not played for Feyenoord. I think only like 9 or 10 games that he played at the first team. He was a signing in the winter of the season that we became champions. He was brought in as a backup and thought of as a successor of Luciano Gertruida, who is now moving to Leipzig. So the honest answer is we still don't know how good he is. He hardly played for Feyenoord. In the games that he played, mostly as substitute, he wasn't that good. He wasn't that impressive. We had the same kind of talk when he came from Groningen. We called the Groningen podcast and asked them, what are we getting? What kind of player he is? And they basically said it's a hit or miss player. He has the potential to become a lead defender because he's basically got everything. He's strong. He's fast. He's kind of smart. He has good passing. But there's also a thing that he's mentally maybe not the most stable player. Not living for the sport. That's the first signs that they told us. So they said he could either be a Dutch national team player or he could be playing in the amateurs in 3 years. So I think that's still the story. I think he has potential. I see the potential, but at Feyenoord it didn't work out yet. The coach doesn't seem to be very impressed by his play. The former coach, Arne Slot, who went to Liverpool, was also not that impressed. So I was kind of surprised that you guys were interested in him and I think are going to loan him. So
Yeah, certainly an interesting one. His name just emerged sort of this morning, and I think reports late last night in the Netherlands that Rangers were looking to sign him. How much did you guys pay for him initially? Was it a big fee or?
No, it was a small fee. He had a limited transfer fee in his contract, so I think we picked him up for like 1.5 million euros, which is not that much of money. So that's why we did it. At that time, we didn't have that much money to spend, and we weren't that big on defenders. We didn't have that many players at the back, so it was a nice try. I think he's very. Everybody in the team seems to like him. He's one of the guys that in all the social media movies, you always see him in fun and making fun and having fun and being centered about the other first team players that are playing. So I think he's a nice guy. I think he's well liked. But yeah, if you want to ask me how good I'm not sure. I want to give you the answer, but more than this, I cannot give you.
Nobody knows. Wow, right, okay. And I've seen that he's quite versatile. I mean, he played right back, I think, but he can play centre back and defensive midfield, I think, things like that. Quite versatile.
That's why they thought he was going to be the successor of Luciano Gertruida, who plays at the right back, he plays at the centre back, and also plays defensive midfielder. Kasanwirjo has played all those three positions at FC Groningen as well. Also at Ajax, because he came from Ajax. He was in the youth team of Ajax. He was in the academy over there. His younger brother is also still at the Ajax academy. So he's very versatile. This season he played last minute the second league game. He was a starter because of an injury of Thomas Bele, who normally plays. He played okayish, but we conceded one goal. You should look that up. The goal against Willem II. The keeper got beaten, and I think he could clear it from the line, but he just looks and the ball goes in. So I think that basically sums him up. I think he has the potential to be a good player as long as it's mentally he's got the right spirit I hope he finds that at Glasgow. In Vienna, it wasn't that. He played a lot. He also played left back defender. He played right wing defender. He played in center. But I also contacted with some guys from Vienna. I said, "Hey, how is he doing?" And they said, "Well, he's okayish, but normally if he was our player, he would never been sold to Feyenoord." So,
And has there been any? I mean, this summer, has there been any other teams that have been linked with him with a move for him? No.
That's why I'm so surprised that Rangers are coming up with a guy like him. Of course, I see you love the Eredivisie because I saw Proper going there as well.
Yeah.
The what's his name? Czerny, who also played for Twente, went to Rangers as well. So I think there's an Eredivisie link up. But no, there was no rumors at all about him. So we thought we were going to stuck with him. We have a lot of defenders now, so we basically thought, where is he going to play if he's going to play at all? So I think this is the best move for him because at Feyenoord there was not a lot of minutes ahead of him. So I hope he finds him at Rangers. And
we all do.
I hope he impresses you guys.
Yeah, well, we certainly need a centre half, so hopefully he can come in and hit the ground running. But a lot of question marks over him. I think there's no doubt about that. I wanted to ask as well, I mean, when we had you back on, Johan, I think we've had you on a few times now. We spoke about when we had you on when Rangers were signing Cyril Dessers last summer, and you gave us a great insight into Cyril and what we can expect. And you were pretty much bang on. Everyone loves him. However, he has everyone tearing their hair out as well. He's so frustrating in front of goal, but he scored 22 goals last season. He's already scored 5 this season. He certainly seems to be doing the business in front of goal. And is he someone that you look back on and think he maybe could still do a job for Feyenoord?
Definitely. No, he was in our podcast once as well, and he's one. I think he's the nicest guy in professional football. He's so polite. He's so well mannered, so smart, funny as well. So we have this thing in our podcast that we every week we make a top 3 of players playing abroad who played for Feyenoord, and at the end of the year we make a list of who was the former Feyenoord. Well, he won it last year because he did so well at Rangers. So we see that he's scoring a lot this season as well. I see him cracking up goals again. I'm very delightful that he's doing so well at you guys. There was a rumor that our striker was going away, Jimenez. He was linked with all kind of Premier League clubs. So I had this thought, maybe we could get Dessers back. I'm not sure how much he would cost, but I would love to see him back at Feyenoord. I don't think it's going to happen. I think he's having fun at your guys. But oh man, I miss him. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he certainly had a roller coaster of a time at Ibrox. He got a great reception last weekend. He scored 2 goals, and it's changed days from last season when I think everyone was looking to sell him and make their money back on him. But he's certainly now, he looks to be lean and he really knows how to play in that sort of system that Philippe Clement wants to play. So hopefully he can continue that form up. And of course, you guys, you mentioned a change of manager this summer. Arne Slot going to Liverpool. I think the Liverpool fans are loving him already. Johan, do you miss him? I know that you've got Brian Priska in there, the former Sparta Prague manager. Is it a big change at the club?
Oh man, the name Arne Slot almost brings me tears. I miss him so badly. I think I already thought that when he was at Feyenoord that he was the real deal. He was going to be one of the greatest managers in football Dutch history and maybe worldwide as well. So we knew we're gonna say goodbye at one day, and well, he left to Liverpool, which of course is one of the best clubs I think to go to.
Yeah.
So I miss him. I'm very delightful that he's doing so well at Liverpool, and I hope he keeps on doing well. We got Priske, who well, they scouted him a lot. They went to visit a couple of games of Sparta Prague to see how he coached and how he behaved with the other players. It's a big change, and we shouldn't compare him all the time, but he's got so big shoes to fill. The results of Feyenoord this season, the beginning of the season, are not that good. We drew twice, we won once. So, well, there's a lot of negativism in Rotterdam at the moment. But still, there's also lots of transfer rumors. So, well, we don't know what the squad is going to be like in a couple of days when the market closes. So, we'll cut him some slack. But the start has not been that good. So we hope that he'll pick up and go after where Slot left and be successful again.
Yeah, I mean, you guys had a great season last year, of course. But is it a case of just maybe transition this season? And what are the expectations at Feyenoord? Do you think you can go on and win the Eredivisie?
Well, it all depends on the next couple of days. Here in Holland, the market closes at Monday at 12 o'clock. So we still have a couple of days to see how the squad is going to be like. Ajax had a terrible season last year, but they're going to be better. Of course, they're going to be better. PSV started off great. They won the first 3 league games. But their squad, especially defensively, they almost don't have defenders. And we miss some creativity. We don't have any guys on the wing that can score goals. So at this moment, I'd say PSV is still the favorite to win the league, and Feyenoord is probably the favorite to be the second. But then again, 1 or 2 transfers, and it could be all different. If Feyenoord loses Hansko or Jimenez, which I just mentioned, and don't get anything in return, well, then maybe Ajax or even Twente or AZ are going to be more kind of favorites. But at this moment, everybody here in Holland expects Feyenoord and PSV to play for the title. When I still think PSV, they have so much offensive power, so many weapons, so many guys that can score goals. They normally would be the favorites to be the champions, and Feyenoord, hopefully, if they don't get to be the champions, then at least they will be second. I hope. Then we still qualify for Champions League and get all the Champions League money.
Yeah, of course. I mean, the Champions League draw was yesterday. I know it's revamped and it's a different format now. Who were you guys drawn against?
Oh man, I saw your arch rivals. I think have the easiest easiest schedule. I think based on the coefficient points, we have the hardest drawing. We got Manchester City away. We got Bayern Munich at home. That's nice. We got Slavia Prague at home. Sparta Prague at home. The former club of Priske. We got Leverkusen at home. We got Lens away. We got Girona away. So no, it's I probably
some tough ties in there.
Yeah, it's terrible. Everybody was hoping that we would maybe qualify for the next round, but wow, maybe only the Prague game is maybe the one that we should win, and all the other ones are very tough and very difficult. But we'll see.
Yeah, at least Feyenoord are in the competition, Johan, which Rangers can't see, unfortunately. Europa League draw for Rangers at midday today. But it's been great having you on. I'm not too sure if I'm really overly excited about Kasanwirjo pitching up at Ibrox, but it's great to have your insight as ever. So thank you very much for coming on again.
Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Hopefully you enjoyed that, folks. A bit of insight into the incoming, looks like the Rangers defender from Feyenoord. We may be back at some point later on today if any other signings are announced. But remember, just a heads up, we will be back for the Deadline Day show kicking off at 9 p.m. UK time. We hope you can join us for that. Until then, bye for now.